Hey, once again, this is Ewan Henry with Tech in My Life. So for today, what I want to get into is the Falcam Ulanzi F22 system. So here's one of the components, and if you're not familiar, if you're unindoctrinated into this system, it is a system of mounts and base plates. Think of it as a mini Arca Swiss system. What it allows you to do is mount the base plate to an accessory or component, and then this piece to, again, another accessory or component, and just make them together. There's like a wedge piece here, and with the wedge, the base plate slides into it again, very similar to Arca Swiss. Just think of it as a 22 millimeter Arca Swiss system. And it does have a bigger component, or rather a bigger sibling, which is the F38. And that's very, very similar to Arca Swiss because it is 38 millimeters, but the wedge shape has a deeper stack height. So with some components, it'll work, especially if it's the type where you kind of twist to tighten. But the ones where you kind of slide it in, those are not going to, a lot of times I find those are not compatible. But let's take a look at some of these components because a lot of them look very similar. They have subtle differences, and that's what I want to touch on today. So let's get into that. Okay, looking at some of these components here. This piece, what we have here is it can be used rather. So it can be used for a lot of stuff. I use it as a monitor mount for my rig. What you can do with this is slide it onto the top handle and slide the monitor onto this portion here and use it as a monitor stand. So as an example, let me grab my field monitor. Here's my field monitor, and I have a base plate on the field monitor. I can just slide this onto here. Now I'm sliding it, and I kind of did this on purpose because with certain pieces, it can only go on certain ways, and I'll explain that briefly. So there, that went on because if you look closely, there's a little tiny wedge right there, and there's a pin right there. So that pin has to line up, and it only lines up from this side to go on. Now that's not with all of the base plates and mounts. Certain base plate and mount combination, such as this one, it's omnidirectional. It doesn't matter which way you slide it on, it's going to go on either way, right? But this one, it's rectangular, while similar to the other one, right? It looks similar, but this one is a little bit more squared off, right? And even the back, when you turn them over, this one you see have four separate holes and a fifth hole in the middle. Well, these are locator holes because you can also use, for example, this base plate has locator pins, right? Now, this base plate has locator pins because in the case of something like this, which is my top handle, once I screw this top handle on, just give me a second, we're gonna screw this top handle on, okay? And as you can see, the top handle's on, the base plate's on the top handle. The top handle has locator pins. This is not gonna twist once I, put torque on it to turn something. Again, like this field monitor. Put it on the right the first time. Okay, so now if I put this on here, I can tilt it up, right? And once I tilt it up, I can turn it, right? And what's good about that now is with those locator pins, when I turn, I'm not going to get the base plate twisting at all. And let me tell you, the tolerance on these components from the mount to the base plate, it is so fine. The tolerance is so close that once they're mated together, there is zero play. When I say zero play, there is little to any play. Like if you twist it, you don't feel anything. So it's a really solid connection, and that makes for a really stable system. So as an example, here's another component. Now this one, this is really clever the way they work this system out. This way, the narrow way is F22. The long way, the wider way is F38. So while I can slide, so this is, by the way, this is a cage. And let me just kind of touch on something real quick. Now, F22 have their own cages. And I actually do have an F22 cage on my other camera. But to illustrate a point, while the F22 cage, the entire cage has the F22 rails all around it, this is actually a small rig cage. And I've mounted the F22 base plate at the top here and on the side. And what I can do now is take a top handle and slide that on. And if I wanted a side handle, I can slide the side handle on. And once my camera's in here, I have almost put together my entire rig in like 2-3 seconds. You know, I can really put together my entire rig very quickly. And again, just to take it apart, that's just a matter of that and that, and I can take my entire rig apart. If I wanted to put my field monitor on, I can simply put my field monitor on. So that could have been on. So it is a very clever system. It's really, really well thought out. So many different components, so many different parts that all of your needs can be met. So for example, I actually have my Insta360 here. And if you look closely, the base plate on the 360, it's a little wider, and it's wider for a specific reason here. What they did, again, they meet a lot of needs. I think they just listen to their customers and they meet a lot of customer needs. Now, when I first installed a base plate on my Insta360 here, I was actually using one of these more rectangular ones. But when I twisted sometimes, I was getting movement. So what they did was created a base plate specifically for the 360 with these notches that matches up with this cutout. So once this goes on, those act as locator pins. And once this is tightened down, you don't have to torque it down a lot, but once you tighten this down, you're going to get no movement from, no sort of twisting movement from applying any type of torque to the base plate. And I also installed, or can install, one of these onto my selfie stick. So when I'm out doing anything, it's just a matter of quickly being able to switch. If I wanted to switch from my Insta360 to my GoPro, I can do it in seconds. And once it's on there, it's on there, unless you press the release button on the side. So once it's up, it's locked, it's not going to come off. You put some pressure on it, you know, you press it down, it'll slide right off. And I have never accidentally slid it off. It does require a good amount of pressure here to release it, but once it's on there, it's very secure. It's not really going anywhere. Like I said, there's hardly any play. Like if you try to twist it, you don't feel it moving at all. It's a very, very, very good connection, very stable connection. So you have a lot of peace of mind. Like I said, it's a really well thought out system. There's these little notches there that lock in, that the pin, there's a little pin right there. The little pin slides into and locks into that little notch there. And once it's on, it's not going anywhere. So that's just a quick look at the not the Insta360. I'm sorry. That's just a quick look at the Falcam Ulanzi F22 system. And as a bonus, here's something interesting. This is a F22 here, F22 mount, and an F38 on the wider side, right? And they make a base plate that affixes, you're going to fix it anywhere. It has like double side 3M tape. So I have one affixed to my car, and I actually uses this on my phone. But there's been times when I can actually slide this onto my top handle here and attach my phone to the back and use this to get footage, you know, because my phone will record. So I'm getting that behind the scene footage just by attaching this to my top handle. I can also attach it to the front here and use something like the Monitor Plus app. So I can actually use my cell phone as a monitor. So that comes in pretty handy also if I'm in a pinch and if I'm traveling light. Let's say I'm on vacation, I don't want to carry a field monitor with me. I can carry my cell phone, attach my cell phone, and use my cell phone as a top handle. The system is so small, so narrow, I can literally carry a handle. I have the folding F22 cage, so I can carry a side handle, a top handle, the folding F22 cage, and I have a very compact setup. And when I want to put it together on a camera, and I probably should make a completely separate video of that, rigging out my camera with the F22 system. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know in the comments section, and I will definitely make a video because it is simple, it's quick, and the way I have it set up is really, really nice. So if you guys are interested in that, please leave a comment, let me know, and I will absolutely make a video on that. As a matter of fact, I'll probably just make it anyway because I do think it could be helpful. But that's about it for now. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any ideas that you think would be good ideas to use this F22 system with, while I didn't touch on it, here's a Mantis pod, and this one comes in handy a lot because I use this one with the Insta360. I use it with the GoPro, and I do have, again, the base plate, the mount on here, and I can grab my cameras, slide it on very quickly, and go. And I'm shooting if I'm going to do some vlogging. It's just an awesome system, and it's so useful. More than anything else, it's practical, it's well thought out, it's useful, it's sturdy, it's robust, and I can't say enough about it. I am completely bought into the system. I have it on almost all of my components because my goal was to create an environment where I can go from one device, one piece of equipment to another piece of equipment really quickly. So it's a completely friction system. I hardly have to do any screwing. If I'm planning something out, I can literally grab my camera completely naked, nothing on it, and have my camera go from a naked camera to a rig in probably 4 minutes tops. And I'm padding some time in there. But again, I love the Ulanzi Falcam F22 F38 system. And here's something interesting. I just saw Small Rig come out with their Hawk Lock system, which in my opinion is they're just copying the concept of what Falcam did, but with NATO rails. So if you're in that small rig environment, you can possibly adopt a bunch of components that have that simple quick release function because Small Rig is now making their Hawk Lock system, which is just that friction system where it's just sliding components together, and their stuff looks pretty solid also. But I started off with this about a year ago. I bought I think it was the travel tripod, and that was F38. And from there, it just kind of snowballed into almost just a ton of components. That is the F22 and F38 system. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any questions, like I said earlier, hit me up in the comment section while you're at it and you're kind of perusing. You know, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everybody hitting that subscribe button. And I like questions, so if you guys have any ideas on what you think I can use this system for, let me know. And hopefully we can get together, pull some ideas, and come up with some good stuff between then and now. I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.